Hello, my fellow friend Leos. How are you? Welcome to your reading for the month of July 2019. So I'm actually just doing the whole month because I'm worried if I get a little too busy with summer fun with my son that I may not be able to get like the bi-weekly to you. So I thought, you know what, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to do the whole month. So there's actually 5 weeks in July. So this is week 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to kind of see what kind of energy is coming through for Leo for July. If I do have time, I'm definitely going to do a second video in July. I do really enjoy doing these. It's sort of meditative for myself, actually, to be able to do these with you guys. So let's get started. The underlying card, or overall, I should say the overall energy for you guys, for Leo, is the 6th chakra. Really fabulous energy. So this is the card that came out when I was shuffling with the Energy Oracle deck. So if you can look at this card and look at his body, like his body is almost not even there. His body is full of all this sparkly, light, magnetic, electrical energy. And his third eye is lit up. It's quite open. And intuition, clear thought, clear thinking is really the strength in this card. So it's very nice to see that the Leos are really starting to tap into their intuition. The underlying card, so I want to say sort of the supportive card for this, as it was at the bottom of the deck, is the Goddess of the Moon. Now, again, whenever I see any sort of the moon depicted, I do get cycles, has something something to do with a cycle. So you are transitioning from one cycle to another, and it feels like that this is a very sort of spiritual awakening that's starting to happen, and it's being fueled by almost your dreams for yourself. Whenever we get a moon card, it can be very reflective of dreams. Sometimes thinking may not be clear. Sorry, just having a quick drink of water. Sometimes thinking may not be clear. It may be a little bit deceptive, right? Like maybe we fool ourselves with our imagination too much, but when it's sitting beside the 6th chakra, actually tells me that you're using your imagination to fuel what it is that you want for yourself. So that's actually quite powerful energy to have together. So then I moved into the Wild Untamed Animal Spirit card deck, and your first card is Unicorn. This is all about magic, and this is all about sort of being in that process of magic where, is it real? No, it can't be real. Oh, yes, it is real. Or, you know, just kind of playing that back and forth in your mind. And it is, the alchemical symbol for this deck up here is Spirit. So this is you co-creating with Spirit. This first week of July, really tapping in, like look at the unicorn. I mean, for a unicorn, this is like their third eye, and this is why they're so magical, because it's not just the pineal gland within their head, that it is, yes, but it is connected to almost this super antenna, which really pulls in intuitive thinking, just intuitive knowing from the universe. And at this point, I feel like it's tapping into your deeper selves, because it's hard to know about other things until you truly know about yourself. So this seems to be what's going on. So you're still sort of, this is very magical energy. It's almost so magical that you're sitting there thinking, this can't be real. This can't be happening. But it is. It is real. It is happening. Do unicorns exist? No. Yes, yes, no. So it's sort of like that, going back and forth in your mind. But you're winning out. Your cards are looking great. So the second week you have the horse. The horse is an earth energy. We have the alchemical symbol here of earth. This is a very stable energy. This horse has magnitudes of energy and power, but knows how to harness it. If you imagine a stallion just running wild across the prairies, and if some sort of a predator comes in and is threatening his mares or the foals, any of the horses that he is in charge of, he will just storm across that prairie to where that predator is, And trust me, that predator's going to take off. Like, there's not a lot of predators that would take down a wild stallion like this kind of power. But then if you can imagine, he will take off. I don't know how fast a horse can run. I'm going to guess maybe 30 kilometers an hour, 30, 35. Like, they're going to go maybe more, 40. Somebody let me know in the comments. Someone will probably Google that. But this guy can take off from a standstill, boom, just fly out, and then boom. Have you ever seen a horse just come to a full stop? It's just amazing, the control. And with this moon, it feels like it's part of this cycle and the third eye, the intuition that you're pulling into. So really starting to harness it, almost like it after the first week, you're like, I absolutely believe this. I've got it, and I've got control of it, and I'm ready to take off and be rebirthed, which is, wow, I love to see it. This is great. You guys are the third ones I've done so far in the group that I'm doing, and yours is awesome. Yours is the best energy that I'm getting right now is for Leo. And again, now I don't want to get too specific and like, okay, if you don't feel like this in the first week, then you're missing out. You might actually come into this energy in a second or third week. It depends on, you know, where you are in your own cycle in life and tapping into your deeper self. Some of you may have already passed this unicorn stage, and maybe you're already at the phoenix and hitting the firefly. So this is just sort of general, and it's also energy that you may be able to harness and tap into for these specific weeks in July. So if we do jump to Phoenix in the third week of July, and we know, I think this card has come up for you guys. I'm pretty sure it has been. And it's up again. It's almost as if to say, come on guys, you're doing it. You're rebirthing. And we have spirit. So this is spirit helping you with this rebirth, saying it is time. It's absolutely time for you. And I think I've talked to you guys about this card. So anyone who's new to the channel, this is a wonderful rebirth, this card. If you can imagine an old, just a fire, a campfire that you were at the previous night. You guys doused it with water. It was done. There was no more sizzling. You wake up in the morning, you walk by the campfire. There's this tiny little puff of smoke. Like, wow, where did that come from? That's impossible. 2 hours later, you walk by, and that smoke is darker. It's still a tiny little stream. It's darker. And then all of a sudden, this little flame out of nothing, just ash shoots up. So that's what this is. And it's beautiful because the energy coming behind it is excellent. It's really great. It seems more supportive to me in terms of a journey that you may be on to tap into more beneficial energies and situations, relationships around you than previously. To have the firefly after the phoenix, to me, is very, very beautiful, and it's very sustainable. So, and it's a beginning. To me, it's the perfect little beginning after something like this rebirth, like coming in with this energy and knowing you can do it. Perhaps some of you are starting to, at this point, I would say maybe your intuition is actually starting to startle you in a sense with this rebirth. With this rebirth, it would almost be like, you know, somebody's going to go and somebody that you live with is going to walk into a pantry to go get dessert. And you just know intuitively that they're going to go and grab a bag of chips. And you think to yourself, why would anyone get chips for dessert? There's like 30 different things to pick in that pantry, and they walk out with a bag of chips. So that's the kind of stuff that I feel like is going to start happening for you guys. It's going to start making you realize that this is real. This is absolutely real, what's happening to you, and this deeper ability you have to know about, to tap in. It's that understanding that time is not linear, right? So if time is not linear, then you can know what someone is going to sort of do in the future, right? So let's get into Firefly a little bit more. So Firefly is an air energy. Okay, so for anyone who may, I just start going, so this Libra, Aquarius, Gemini is the sort of energy that's around this. But the way I'm reading these cards, this is energy that sort of the universe is bringing towards you. You may have people in these signs that help trigger moments that are beneficial to you for this energy. Now, Firefly is so beautiful. She's like this tiny little fleeting gift of love. It's so fleeting. If you imagine a firefly in the night, you don't even really get to see her. You just see the little glow, right? That little glow, and then it's gone. Oh, where did it go? But you know, first it was here, and then it's gone. And now it's over here. It's over here. And then it's gone. And now it's over here. And it's gone. It's over here. Like, so do you know what I mean in terms of it being fleeting? It's absolutely beautiful. It lights up the night. It absolutely lights up the night with her own little glow, but it's fleeting because it's almost like a little bird, if you can imagine, when they're just, you know, getting ready to jump out of that nest and fly. They're just doing little tiny, you know, you're almost ready to take flight. You're almost ready to really light that light all night. I mean, that would be a big challenge, right? You'd have to move out of a firefly energy and take on something else that has the power to light up constantly. So then with the 5th week in July, we have hyena. So for me, oh, and this is a fire sign, so this is fire energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So now you've sort of come into your own, right? You've really come into your own. Now, hyena, if we look at this, look at the dark side of the moon and the light side of the moon. There's two sides to hyena. So I feel like there's a side to hyena that we don't quite know about. There's a side that hyena, I'm looking at hyena's face, and hyena really looks like I've got something up my sleeve and I'm about to expose it. I'm about to let the world know what I've got in here. And if you can see, the light here is shining from hyena and the darkness is up here. So I almost feel like this is about getting ready to really jump out with almost kind of superpowers. The word just came to my head, like superpowers. Like these superpowers that you guys are starting to harness is powerful, very powerful. So you go into the hyena energy for the end of July. And hyena is a little bit of a trickster too. Like, I think it's going to make you feel sort of empowered. Hyena is pretty high in the food chain also. Like, not a lot of predators will mess around with hyenas. I'm trying to think of any documentaries I've seen. I'm pretty sure like even lionesses, they don't want to be stuck around a bunch of hyenas because the jaws on hyenas can break bone without any problem. So there's not a lot of animals that want to mess with hyena. Now, what's interesting is the underlying energy of that deck is hawk. So this is air energy. Again, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. But this is, to me, hawk is all knowing and all seeing. Hawk can be miles in the sky and see a little mouse down, you know, in the grass below them. Hawk also comes in on the wind of change. So the winds of change are continuing. So this is actually a really big element to this card, is the winds of change, and it's divine. A divine wind of change from something that's all-knowing and all-seeing. And when it's all-knowing and all-seeing, it's all-knowing and all-seeing about you. It's an energy that knows what serves you in the best and the highest way that it possibly can. So that sounds like a pretty good energy, right, guys? So let's pull out, I want to pull out tarot first. I'm doing a little bit different. I always change it up. And I love it because I find if I just pull cards the same way all the time, it just sort of limits to the way we can get messages from spirit. So I think it's kind of great to just not have any rules about how you want to do a spread and just allow spirit to talk freely with us. So let's see if we can get a little more clarification on the unicorn. So the first week in July for Leo, what more can spirit tell us for Leo for the first week in July with the unicorn energy? Oh boy, guys. You guys are really rocking it. The World card. So the Wheel of Fortune, it might as well be the world. Wasn't it at one point you guys were holding the universe in your hands? So this is really it. The Wheel of Fortune is coming up for you guys. This is divine timing. This is absolutely the time for this to happen. And this is why there's, like, you have two solid spirit cards in here. So you're really getting supportive spirit energy. This Wheel of Fortune card to me is saying that, yeah, you know what? Sometimes life just sucks. Like, sometimes shit happens. And I feel like for some of you, there's been a lot of that for a while. But this winds of change, keep remembering that. The winds of change, and there's a divine, all-knowing and all-seeing that's sort of coming in with this new energy. So with the Wheel of Fortune card, there's that shift. It's no longer going to be this bad energy. And You're all going to get to that point at a different time. It really has to do with you. It's there for you if you want to accept it and start trying to put yourself into that positive energy. You're going to start feeling it. It's going to start feeding you. If you don't believe it, which is part of what the unicorn is, it's like, no, I don't believe. No, this is. I know I'm going to get comments like, you have no idea. There's no way. You're telling Leo that we're going to go from the crappiest life to the most amazing life. Well, let me tell you, it is completely possible. It is completely possible. And I don't want to get into my own completely personal life, but I've come from almost nothingness, and I live a pretty happy, comfortable lifestyle. And the big shift for me was when I did discover the secret, and I really understood that I was creating my own world. That is the most important message for anyone. So how you want to start approaching life, when life gives you lemons, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to put them in your mouth and go, oh, it's so sour, it really sucks? You're going to make some lemonade with it, right? That's basically it. This Wheel of Fortune card is here for you, and it's time that your fortune is changing. Oh, whoa. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of cards. I like them. Let's just look at them quickly. I want to clarify for the horse. We did get Leo. We did get the Strength. We did get the Ten of Swords. So this is battling out. This is still a little bit of for me, self-doubt, arguing with yourself. There's a little tiny crescent moon down here. So it's still part of the cycle. So some of you are still like, yeah, it's not believable. Some of you are moving into the High Priestess energy. So you are soaring with this. You're becoming magicians in a sense. You're becoming a sort of type of energy that people that you have known in the past or that you know right now might actually start to feel uncomfortable around you. You're not going to relate to them, unfortunately, the same way you always have. Seven of Cups. So there's a lot of dreams that you are working on, and I got that with the Goddess of the Moon. And with the Page of Wands, I feel that you're starting to fill your hearts with love and sing it out to the world. So those are great. That was kind of a fun little, you guys got a bonus there. That's way too many cards for me to clarify the horse, but I thought it was nice just to see what come out. I knew it was for you when I saw that the Strength card came out. I thought, okay, Spirit wants me to show this to Leo. Let's show it to Leo. So let's get clarification about this powerful horse. All right, then. There we go. We got another horse. Oh, and we got more unicorn. Look at this Knight of Cups. He's on a unicorn. And this Knight of Cups doesn't quite have their cup. They're chasing it, right? They're going after it, and they're in the water. Right? They're almost riding this wave. So they're riding this wave toward this cup. So you haven't quite reached the cup yet. You're almost there. It almost feels like the Holy Grail to me, that cup, the way it's shining there, you know, for the universe. Look at these little tiny pixie angels almost guarding it. And then this knight is coming up on this unicorn. And look at, even around the knight, their intuition is lit up. And being a unicorn, the animal that you ride, the wave that you're riding is lit up. And this is a wonderful, sustainable energy. But it also tells me it might be a little slow. So it might be a little slow, which is interesting when we have that with the horse card. And, okay, so we get into cups. So you're looking at Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, for those of you that do like to keep track of that. And the King of Pentacles is earth energy. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I always get a very strong Taurus feeling off of this pentacle. This King of Pentacle card, because it is very grounded. And he almost has like a couple of horns here for me. I don't know, it just reminds me. But it can be either. It can really be either. But this King of Pentacles is pretty solid energy. It's also, you would also call it unmoving. So perhaps some of you might feel a little bit stuck. In the second week of July. Maybe your horse is more in a standing posture. You know, all that energy is building up in the horse, and just waiting for something to trigger it. Maybe there's been no predators around. There's been no mares in heat. There's been nothing that the stallion has needed to do but sit and wait. So there might be a little bit of that, which is okay because you're about to have a rebirth here. And you know, if you've had rebirth in other readings, it doesn't mean that rebirth just ends. Your entire life is going to be filled with rebirth moments. So I think it's really, actually, it's quite profound that Leo has had so many rebirth moments. It's just pushing you further and further forward into this wonderful energy and co-creation with the universe. So let's get a clarifying card for the Phoenix for the 3rd week in July for Leo. We have another rebirth coming. Oh my, the moon again, guys. Great, and more cycle energy. So I'm feeling strongly in this reading that you are really being told to tap into what your dreams are, and also remove that mask of who you thought you were, who you thought you had to be, what position maybe you were feeling stuck in life. Remove that mask. Think about who you were. If you had a happiest moment as a child, a time when you were a child and you were still allowed to do whatever it is you wanted to do. I mean, within reason, right? Like you weren't allowed to jump off the top of a building. Hopefully not. You probably wouldn't be watching this right now. But, you know, maybe if you were a little girl and you like to play with fire trucks, and you're a little boy and you like to play with dolls. I mean, I'm talking about that kind of energy. Or you had this dream about yourself, like, oh, I think I can fly. You know, before adults started telling you what you couldn't do and who you should be. Try to think about who you used to be, because who you were born as, that was the building block to move up from. And unfortunately, but it is changing. It is starting to change in terms of how we raise children, that we can allow that building block. We can allow that uniqueness of them to grow without saying, no, it has to be within the boundaries of these society beliefs, right? Because society beliefs are completely man-made and they're institutionalized, and they don't necessarily benefit the full deeper spiritual growth of people. And if your deeper spiritual growth isn't fulfilled, it's really hard to create a fulfilling three-dimensional life. So it's your dreams. To tap into those dreams. Take that mask off and remember who you were. Who you were. All right, so Firefly. We got Firefly energy. Why does Leo have Firefly energy the 4th week of July? What is this fleeting light in the darkness for Leo? The fleeting light in the darkness for Leo. Please clarify this. Here we go. Oh, the Page of Pentacles. So this is someone, you know, who is still learning, someone who is moving forward. Oh, and it's so suitable. It's really so suitable for Firefly, because it does feel like that. So whatever this sort of rebirth energy is that you're going through, remember I said that this is sort of like you haven't quite gone into the energy of, okay, let's say hummingbird, because hummingbird's wings move so fast, and when you see the card, let me see if I can find it. Where's the deck? Oh yeah, the deck is here. Let's put this aside. So that was, oh geez, it's right there. How funny is that? So hummingbird, do you see how much light is around hummingbird? So her wings move so fast that you never see the darkness, right? So you're not quite at that stage yet. You still have these little fleeting bits of light. And a page is perfect to really confirm that for us, that you're learning. You're sort of learning how to keep the darkness away. And don't be upset at yourself if the darkness kind of creeps in, you're having a bad day. But then the following day you wake up, you know, no, I can do this. Today's going to be a good day. Today I am grateful for the bed that I slept in. I am grateful for the sheets, for the pillow that I had. I'm grateful for that's how basic you can start making it. And then before you know it, it just changes everything. And with the Page of Pentacles, it's all about learning and moving forward. Like you guys are starting, and it's solid. Being a pentacle, again, it's earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. It's younger energy. Goes in line perfect with a rebirth. It's like you're doing it in the right way. You're not trying to jump forward and miss steps. You're doing it really in a really good way. Your energy is really, really good, the way you're going to move forward with it. So at some point, you will probably become like a knight, queen, king, as you learn to really harness this wonderful energy. All right, that takes us to the 5th week with the hyena energy. Why is Leo feeling hyena? Why is hyena here for Leo in the 5th week of July? Why is hyena here for Leo in the 5th week of July? Just got a message that we need to do a couple of these. Okay, why is hyena, oops, 2 cards, so funny. I kept seeing this while I was shuffling. I don't know if it was noticeable. And the 5 of Cups. Okay, so perhaps you're, I do remember saying that, like even people that, what card was I holding up when I was saying it? I think it was over here, that there may be people, you know, who've been along the journey with you for quite some time at this point. Friendships, jobs, could be anything. It's just starting to feel like they don't serve you. Your energy is shifting and you're almost sensing a tower moment. I mean, this person is holding this cup and the other cups are being let go, right? So sometimes with the 5 of Cups, we can say, okay, you're overly focused on something, but with the other energy that's playing out with this, I really feel like you're in that energy where you're starting to recognize what serves you and what doesn't. You know, it's time to really start living your life as in terms of what serves your deeper self. When you sit and have conversations with people, are you still interested in conversations where people start, you know, gossiping about others? Or do you actually, I'm getting the message that some of you are actually starting to feel that negative vibrational energy when you're engaged in a conversation with someone. And it's not because you've rebirthed. Like you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys had a butterfly moment for June, and you can't go back to being the caterpillar, right? So that's what you're starting to feel here. You're starting to realize some of these cups, I'm just going to spend less time with people of that energy or situations with that energy, and I really want to focus on what this new energy is. I mean, she's being supported here with all of these little pixies and angels with her new energy, her new cup that she's focused on. And it will be a tower moment. I don't feel it being like a massive tower moment, although it is depicted as that here in this card. But I feel it is a tower moment in a sense that you will be leaving certain things behind as you move forward. Excuse me. Now, cups are water signs, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything. Let's actually clarify. Let's get some more clarification about Hawk. I rate that. I like that. Oh, and in case you haven't noticed, I don't read my tarot or my oracles in reverse, and I actually have a reason for that, and I won't get into it here right now, but I probably will. I sort of decided when I hit 10,000 for my subscriptions, because it's just blown away at the support. It's just amazing. It's just nothing I ever would have imagined. But I will be doing a more personal video just to thank everyone and welcome them to the channel, and I will discuss why I don't read in reverse. But so anyways, there's a reason, and Spirit knows that, so spirits don't give me any messages in reverse. We understand that with each other. So with the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess, these are the 2 cards that are clarifying this all-seeing and all-knowing energy that's divine coming in on the winds of change. I don't know if you guys could have pulled 2 better cards for that. I really don't. And was this not, you know, when I had that big pile of cards that came out and I wasn't ready to clarify anything yet. I was going to clarify the horse, but the Leo card was there, the Strength card. I thought, okay, this is just a quick message for you guys. And the Queen of Wands was too. Yeah, I see you guys can go back in reverse. But yeah, the Queen of Wands was there too. But this High Priestess energy, this energy is so, it's so divine. It's very powerful. It's, the High Priestess is, it's very sexy. It's a very euphoric. It's very attractive because this individual is harnessing the universal energy. Like you've opened yourself up to the point where you're becoming it. So people will be drawn to you. But now the next challenge is they're not necessarily people that you want to have relationships with, because a lot of people will be drawn to this energy, but they don't know how to handle it. And they don't know how to, some people may try to bring you down. Some people may try to criticize you. Some people may make fun of new choices that you start to make, because they can't relate to this energy. As much as they're attracted to it, it's not for them yet. They're not there yet. So this will sort of be a new challenge for you. And people that you've known for a long time may start behaving that way. They may start, you know, trying to give you reasons why you can't do what it is that you want to do. Why, you know, you shouldn't be acting like that. It's just, they're not at that level anymore. We're all at different levels in our lives, and this is the level they're coming to. So with the Queen of Wands, this is a really wonderful energy. It's the Wands is the deep desires. So I feel that with these two cards, you are not going to be too overly affected by any negative energies. You're going to continue to sing your song to the world and to yourself with this, and you're going to harness your desires, and your desires will be coming from a deeper, more divine level, which will support everyone in a sense. Yeah, that's great. I almost don't want to pull any more cards. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do for tarot. Let's see what's on the bottom. That's what's on the bottom of the tarot deck. The Sun card, ladies and gents. That's looking pretty nice, my Leos. Pretty nice. The sun is everything. I don't even know how much more I need to go into that. The sun is everything. Without the sun, there would be no life. So, the sun is everything. It's all power. All creation. All right. So, we're going to pull out these guys. These guys are great, right? So, these are my... This is just the regular spirit animal oracle. I don't know how you can call them regular. They're pretty fantastic. So I shouldn't do that. So I'm going to pull one out for each week as a little bit of clarification, a little message from the older spirits of the earth, our animal spirits, to tell you, to give you guidance, to give you a little more clarity. So let's get for the first week. What do we have for the first week for the Wheel of Fortune and the Unicorn? Which animal spirit can speak to Leo for the first week? Whoa, jeez. That flew far. Okay. Beaver spirit, lay a solid foundation. Number 6. So that seems quite appropriate as you get ready to start this new beginning. And I really feel that you actually do lay a solid foundation, because you come out of this Phoenix with a very sustainable energy moving forward. So I feel it also will be a time to kind of, whoa, that's a lot of cards, to work on yourself. A time to work on yourself and work on your own personal goals. So this is... This is the first one that came up, it face up for us. So this is the one I think I just showed you on the bottom though. Rhino spirit, overcome any obstacles. Absolutely, especially with this. So this is for your second week. So with the stallion, the horse energy, and remember, Rhino can make Rhino's own path. Gosh, these cards are coming out fast. So Rhino, you know, will follow a path through the jungle. But if Rhino decides, you know, this path is going left and I want to go right, but there's a lot of trees and shrubs in the way, Rhino's just going to create a new path and go. So that's part of the message too, which in terms of overcome obstacles, just find a new way of getting through it. And then you have Fox spirit for your... Ooh, think on your feet with the moon too, because you have the moon underlying the Phoenix here. So thinking on your feet. So really harnessing those dreams for yourself, really thinking about those and making them come true. All right, Firefly. Where's Firefly in the Page of Pentacles? What little message can we get for that? What can we get for Firefly in the Page of Pentacles? Firefly and the Page of Pentacles. Now Spirit wants to be quiet. Look at that. Oh, there's one up. Oh gosh, this guy. This guy is like a serious jokester. Bobcat Spirit, life is a mystery. So whenever you're looking for a deeper answer and you get this card, you know it's like Spirit having a little bit of fun with you. But we do have 8, the infinity symbol. So life is a mystery and you're about to explore it is the message that I'm getting. Life is a mystery and you're about to start exploring it and you're going to start unwrapping some of the mysteries. Ooh, yeah, Bobcat Spirit is really speaking to me right now. You're going to start unwrapping some of these mysteries. You're going to unwrap mysteries that are going to create new mysteries for yourself, which is going to make it exciting. It's going to make it something that you want to keep moving forward with. There's never an answer to everything, which is kind of exciting. But you will get answers to some things. You will be getting answers. And those answers will almost put you deeper into the rabbit hole in a sense, right? All right, so hyena. What is this hyena, 5 of Cups and Tower energy here? What can we get? What recommendation, what guidance can the spirit animals give us for that? Come on, this is our last card. You can do it, guys. What do you want to tell them? What do you want to tell Leo? All right, let's do... I'm seeing a card. It's calling to me. I'm wondering if it's the one that's going to come out. We'll see. Hyena. Oh, what came out? Oh, it wasn't the one that I've seen. Mouse Spirit. Aw, tend to the small things. Oh, that is really cute. You know what I'm getting? That is a little indication that you know, things are going to get quite interesting for you and quite exciting, and there's going to be new avenues and new opportunities, and you may get a little distracted with those, and some of the smaller aspects of life you may start to forget about, like, oh yeah, we ran out of milk 2 days ago and we still don't have any milk in the fridge, and oh yeah, we don't have any cereal, or you know, there's no more apples in the pantry. So that sort of stuff, or oh yeah, the kids have camp this week, don't they, and I haven't got their bags ready. Little things like that. So try to stay on top of that, because everything is going to be getting very exciting for you. Turtle Spirit, slow and steady wins the race. Ooh, isn't that great? Because that's really what this Firefly and Page of Pentacles energy is all about. I have no idea what time we're on there. We're just having really fun with that. Oh gosh, almost up to 40 minutes. I hope you guys are still here with me. So that was your reading for the entire month of July. So as I said, if I do have time, I definitely would like to do a second reading in July for the Zodiacs. If not, you do have this to move forward with for the full month. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Let me know. Leave a comment. I love the thumbs up. I also like thumbs down, because it tells me that I did affect you enough that it caused a reaction. You know, whatever that is, that's fine. If you gave me a thumbs down, it's making you think about something. So I still love you for that. And that's it, guys. Have a great day. Enjoy July. We'll see you soon. Bye.